This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about a very important subject. And the title of this video is going to be called, If You Help Him, He Will Not Help Himself. Repeat this again. If you help him, he will not help himself. So this is to the ladies, okay? I do not believe you should give a man money. And I do not believe you should help him. Now, there are obviously some situations where, you're in a relationship and, you're going to help your husband or boyfriend out. I'm not talking about that. I'm not going to get into every little small situation. So I'm just going to talk about things from a perspective of your standards when you first meet a man. So I'm going to give you a prime example of if you help him, he won't help himself. And I heard this out of a man's mouth. He actually said that for the longest in his 20s and 30s. He used to take the bus. His name is Alan Roger Curry, I think. He does a lot of videos with O'Shea Du Jackson. He talked about his 20s and 30s, how he used to take the bus a lot. Well, he didn't have a car, so he had to take the bus. And maybe just in his 20s he took the bus. But he said when he took the bus, he actually got the most vagina, the most women wanting to sleep with him. Because I guess they liked how he looked. And he said, he realized in his 20s and 30s that after his 20s and 30s passed, he realized that he hadn't accomplished much because he didn't have any motivation to accomplish anything because he was able to get women without having any money or he didn't have to be established. So he didn't have to have a car and an apartment to get the women that allegedly he was having sex with. They just gave him the vagina without him having to bring anything to the table but his looks and his penis. And he said, at the time he wasn't trying to get a car because the women he would date would say, oh, you can drive my car or I got a spare car. So keep that in mind. So what I've noticed about men, a lot of times they're only ambitious because they want to get women. So if they can get women without being ambitious, sometimes they a lot of times, I don't know if I'm saying a lot, but a significant amount of times, they don't actually become ambitious unless they're forced to. And they're forced to by not getting attention from women. And so I know the prime example of this one guy, he's a friend of my boyfriend's, and he was married back in the day. Not that long ago, but yeah, he was married, and we were at the gas station, and this guy, mind you, had, I think, 10 siblings. He stayed with his mom. He didn't have a car, and he took public transportation, and he would have odd jobs, and I think he sold weed. Keep that in mind. So we were at the gas station, and also my boyfriend would pick him up when we would when they would go play basketball, and I would watch my boyfriend play, and the guy, would be in the back seat because he would pick him up. Of course, I was sitting in the front seat and the guy be in the back seat. So one day we run into this guy at the gas station. And I want to say something. This guy is nice looking. He's a nice looking guy. He's handsome. Just want to keep that in mind. And he seemed to have a pretty cool personality too. So keep that in mind. So we're at the gas station. Boyfriend was pumping the gas or whatever. And someone, yells his name. He goes up to this car, and his friend was actually in the passenger side, and a woman was driving. It was a nice kind of truck. And when my boyfriend, he talked to them for about 10 minutes. He came to the car and he said, yeah, that's my friend. Let's say his friend was named John. That's John. And he's married now. And that was his wife. And so I noticed that he wasn't driving. She was driving. So basically, he ran into this woman. He used to go to high school with her. At this point, we were obviously years out of high school. And they got together. She had a baby. He did not have a kid. And she had a decent paying job, a vehicle. He did not have a job, nor did he have a vehicle. So, and she also was into the church a lot. So he actually started going to church a lot. He did get him a job. He got her pregnant, after they got married. And he even at one point wanted to be a pastor. They ended up getting a divorce, and now he's with a different woman, and I think they stayed together. He's working some little job. I don't think he wants to be a pastor anymore because he was only just doing it, I guess, because this woman was into the church. And I asked my boyfriend, I said, so he said something about picking him up, or he said something. I said, he doesn't have a car yet? And this man is 33 or 34. I said, he still doesn't have a car. And my boyfriend, he got kind of quiet. Like, it was making him uncomfortable what I was saying. I said, I'm not trying to be rude and trying to dog your friend out, but he still doesn't have a car at 34 years old. I understand he has a daughter now, but he can't get a second job and save up his money and get a vehicle. And he said, well, his girlfriend, this is my boyfriend said, he says his girlfriend has 2 cars, so he drives her other car. And that's when it clicked. He doesn't have any motivation to help himself and get a vehicle and make more money. Ladies, we have to stand. I don't want to say we, because I even if I had 2 cars, I would not let my so-called boyfriend drive the second one. If he didn't have a vehicle, he would have to go get a second job and save up his money and then get a car. I wouldn't let him drive my other car. Now, if his car broke down and he needed to drive mine for a moment and we were sharing it, but that would be the only way. But it wouldn't be I would have a car and he doesn't have a car. I wouldn't meet him. Basically, if you meet my thing about it, ladies, when you meet a man, he needs to already have things that you're looking for. Okay, point blank. Things happen, I get that, but when you meet him, he needs to already have a vehicle or apartment and a good paying job. Flat out. Like, there's no exceptions to the rules. And if he doesn't have it, he should not be out here trying to date and get some vagina. Okay, he needs to get his money up, get what he needs for himself. I mean, that's just for himself. A place to stay, a vehicle, and a decent paying job, or his own business. That's for him. That's just the basics. Okay, so if he doesn't have that, doesn't even have that for himself, how can he take care of you? What if you guys get married and you guys decide to have a child? He doesn't even know how to take care of himself. How you gonna take care of a wife and a baby? Don't you want to be a stay-at-home mom? So anyway, so when he said that, my boyfriend said that this guy's girlfriend was letting him drive her second car, I knew it's because she liked how he looked and he had a decent personality, and he's been able to get away with a murder because of this. Women have to stop helping these men. Don't give a man money. Okay, don't give him gas money, don't give him money for food, don't give him shit. Okay, because the moment you do that, you're going to be the go-to woman. And this one brings me to my second point. If you help a man, he won't help himself, and on top of that, he's going to use you as his go-to woman. So what is his go-to woman? His go-to woman is pretty much his own personal ATM machine. He's going to come to you when he needs money and when he's in a clutch. But this is the kicker. He's not going to be faithful to you. And matter of fact, he's going to still fuck other women, and he's not going to require anything out of them if they're not offering. But trust me, if they offer it, he'll take it. Or if he feels he can make a fool out of them, he's going to get the money from them too. See, he's looking for a mark. So he could have tried to, come at 20 different women with this bullshit, but you the one that fell for it. Okay, and as women, collectively, we need to stop giving sex to men that are just attractive and have nothing else to offer. And I know it's difficult because you see somebody that turns you on, you just want to rip his clothes off. I get it. But what we ultimately want is a handsome guy that's going to pay these bills and be a husband and all that. And that's very difficult to find in all in one guy, right? The only way for this to get turned around for all of us, and I'm saying collectively as women, is if we don't give the really handsome men any special treatment. We can't. Because by you giving them special treatment, I just told you these stories where the men were, taking the bus and then wasn't even trying to save up money to get a car because he always had a woman that was willing to let him stay with her or drive her vehicle, and he was getting something for nothing. He was able to get vagina from attractive women and use their resources without bringing nothing but looks and dick to the table. And that is what is unacceptable, ladies. If ultimately you want a man that's going to take care of you so you won't be bogged down working 2 jobs and bags under your eyes, we have to change the society to where men have to be men again, to where they can't get a woman unless he's providing. If he's not financially stable, he shouldn't be able to get a woman, period. And you might say, why? Because he has testosterone. He can handle physical labor more than you. He's built to work. He's built to endure more stress than you physically. Also, men have extremely high sex drive, and literally you would be getting used up for sex for nothing. Because let's be honest, most women maybe have a moderate to low sex drive, so we don't need sex like that. Men are the ones that need sex all the damn time. So if sex is not really that important to you, then what is, ladies? Probably what's important to you is intimacy, companionship, and financial stability, right? And that's what he can provide for you. But these men don't want to do this now. They want to get sex, unlimited sex, and without providing what the woman needs. This is a give and take, men. Okay, if you listen to this, women want something and you want something. You want sex from a sexy, attractive woman who's submissive, and woman wants a provider who she's attracted to, but most importantly, who's a provider, who's loving and caring, and who's going to be a provider and protector. Okay, and who's going to be a family man. That's what she's looking for, and who's going to give her a commitment. So if you want something, you got to give her something. This is give and take. So what I'm saying is, to the ladies, if you help him, he won't help himself, and you will be the go-to woman. I know a woman who, when she would get bonus checks from her job, she would tell this individual, this is her baby daddy. They were not married, they had a child together, and he knew around, I think she get bonus checks maybe 3 times a year. And for some reason with some women, they like being the go-to person. They like feeling wanted, and they like to feel needed. And women, I think that's that part of us, that nurturing side, that side that's supposed to rear children. So whether you're a mother or not, it's probably still in you to want to feel needed. And that's because you are meant to, biologically, we are meant to carry children. And so we have to be, we're wired to want to feel needed and want to help and nurture, and that's supposed to be used for your children, not for a man. You're not there to help and nurture him. He should be a full-grown individual when he gets with you, and he needs to be there helping you. And yes, you can cater to him, be submissive to him if he's doing what he's supposed to do to take care of you and take care of your needs, which is provide, pay these bills, and be a man, and be a husband, and be a father, and be a family man, and be in a committed relationship with you. If he's willing to do that and respect you, then yes, you're going to be feminine, submissive, and all that. But he's not a child. He's not your child. You're supposed to reserve that nurturing and want to feel needed for your child, for your newborn child, okay? Not for a grown-ass man with high levels of testosterone and can lift 100 pounds when you barely can lift 10. Why are you nurturing that? Okay, he's a grown man. He's supposed to be there to protect you. So back to my story. So this lady, she wanted to feel needed and feel wanted. He made her feel wanted because he would come to her in a clutch. He got arrested. He told her where his money was at to get him out. But at the same time, he could trust her with his money, but at the same time, he knew he could trust her because she was like his ATM machine. He would go to her whenever he needed some money, and she would even brag about when she needed him financially, he would be there. Well, that's because she had already put money into that financial pot. She had already gave him thousands of dollars. So yeah, if he needed, put it like this. It's like when you pay insurance. If you already paid the insurance company, you're paying insurance company $100, let's say $100 a month. But you get into an accident 10 years from now. You've been paying them insurance for the last 10 years. You get into an accident and they only gave you they only paid $500 or whatever the situation was. I mean, and that's like you bragging saying, yeah, I got into an accident and my insurance paid $500. Well, you've been paying $100 even if they paid $1,000 towards this accident, but you've been paying $100 every month for the last 10 years. So them giving you $1,000 towards this accident, that's the least they can do. So that's how I look at it. She was constantly giving them money anyway. So, okay, he came to her. He just basically dealt to me. Since she's given him so much money over years, that time she needed him to give her a couple $100, a couple thousand. To me, that was like him just paying back some of the thousands of dollars she already gave him. So I want to say that he ended up, he was cheating with other women anyway, but he ended up, when she moved, getting with a younger one. He was messing around with a younger woman while he was with her. And when she left, he got with a younger woman, made things official with that same younger woman that he was messing around on her with, and then got her pregnant. And they're together right now. So, and she was heartbroken. And so this is a prime example of what not to do. Sitting up here, helping these men is not going to help you. It's only going to cause him not to help himself. He's not. And so when you help him, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Once you help him with things that he can, I'm not talking about a man who's in a wheelchair and can't walk. I'm saying an able-bodied, filled with testosterone, muscular man with a functioning mind. You don't need to help him with any money. You don't need to help him with shit. Okay. He since men want to be the leaders and teach and all, see, men want to be the leaders, they want to teach you and they want you to listen to them and learn from them. So how you gonna learn something from somebody who ain't got his shit together? How he's gonna lead you anywhere when he's coming to you for help? He wants you to listen to him and he wants to lead you, but he don't have anything. I mean, why would you follow him? Why would you be submissive to somebody, listen to somebody who can't teach you any fucking thing? Because he hasn't learned none of his damn self. And that's the problem with men. They want to teach, be the teacher. They want you to admire them. They want to teach you things and want you to follow them and lead, but they don't have shit for you to leave behind. They don't have anything to teach you. Okay, so if you're going to be listening to a man and admiring him and letting him teach you, he needs to be able to be financially stable and have learned and accumulate knowledge to teach you. And he should have something to show for it. A broke dick doesn't prove anything to me. Okay, what is that supposed to prove? I'm supposed to listen to you? Supposed to be leading me where? What the fuck can you teach me? So, because men always want you to listen to them. They always want to teach you things, right? So when you help men, what happens is they end up not helping themselves and they end up not helping you. So if you want to be with somebody because see, when you help them, they feel like you're content with their life. They feel you're content with what they're providing you, which is nothing. They feel like they don't need to strive harder because think about it, they already put it like this. When a man has put his penis in your vagina, that was the end game. Having sex with you was the end game. So he feels like he was able to get you, which was the ultimate thing. Get your vagina based upon what he's offering right at that moment. Not his potential, not what he could be offering you in 6 months, 10 years, 20 years. No, right now. So if right now he's able to have sex with you and he doesn't have a car, he stays with his mother, or he has a roommate and he doesn't have a car and he's on the bus, then that's telling him that really, put it like this, if he can get you with not having a car, why would he go get a car? If he could get you without having a job, why would he get a job? If he could get you with just making $30,000 a year, why would he try to make $80,000 a year? If I'm saying that right. Yeah, if he's making $30,000 a year and he can get to have sex with you every night and bend you over, why the hell would he strive to make $80,000 or $100,000? Okay, if he can have sex with you and have a roommate, why would he strive to go get his own house or get a condo or get a townhouse and stay by himself and force himself to learn a new skill, to get a better paying job, to be able to afford a better residence so you guys can be alone, or start his own business so he can make a lot of money and have his own house or own apartment or own townhouse? Why would he do that? Listen to what I'm saying. If he can get away with having sex with you in the backseat of someone else's car, or having you pick him up and you go back to your place to have sex because he doesn't have a place to stay, he's going from whore house to whore house, woman house to another woman's house, and grandma house to mother house, but he knows you're gonna pick him up from wherever he's at. He could spend the night over your house and have sex with you in your house. Why the hell would he strive to get his own apartment or to become stable? Think about these questions. What is his motivation? When we do something, it's a motivation behind it. If you decide you want to lose weight, it's a motivation behind it. If you decide you want to make more money, it's a motivation behind it. If you want to go to school, it's a motivation behind it. If you want to have a child, it's a motivation behind it. If you pick a particular guy, it's a motivation behind it. Everything we do has a motivation behind it. The fact that you get up and go to work every day, what's the motivation? Probably the paycheck. I'm pretty sure if they stop paying you for being at this location or doing this particular task and going every day, would you keep going? Probably not. Okay, so I'm telling you, women, if you help a man, he won't help himself. Men are the type to just be thrown out there in the water and they have to be forced to swim. You can't help them. Okay, you can't. I know it sucks. And look, in a perfect world, you can, meet a great guy. He's handsome. You're beautiful. You're young. You guys come together. You build something. And when you guys establish this great business together, in a perfect world, he won't leave you for a younger woman. Okay. Once you guys get older, he won't leave you for a younger woman. He'll be content with you and his life. And that's in the perfect world. But we're not in the perfect world. We're in the real world. Okay. In the real world, shit ain't fair. You got to get in where you fit in, and you got to figure out what's going on. And these men are not being men anymore. These men like living up on women now. These men like asking women for money, and they're not too proud to beg. Okay, these men want you to be the man. They want to lay up and have you working 2 and 3 jobs while they lay up, drive your car, use your money, get high all day, drink alcohol, and fuck other women. That's what they want to do. Or if they do work, they feel okay, they're doing a big fucking thing. When it's women out here working 2 jobs and raising kids by themselves. But these men think just working one little basic job, little 9 to 5 job means something. They're supposed to work their job to have stable money coming in and then do their business on the side. That's what the fuck they supposed to do, but they can't even do that. Okay, I remember my father back in the day used to work 2 jobs, work a regular 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job, and then he would do a mechanic work on the weekend. But these men now, these 2018 men are a different breed. So I just want to say, I didn't want this video to be this long, but I just want to say, you can see from my examples, I have plenty other examples. I'm pretty sure you do too, ladies. If you help a man, he won't help yourself. What's going to happen? He's not going to get a car. He's not going to strive for more because he's getting a vagina from you without having to do anything. On top of that, if you help him, now he's paying you as the go-to woman and paying you as an ATM machine. He's going to keep cutting you for money. Meanwhile, he's going to take the money that you're giving him and spend it on a woman who requires him to take her out to eat. A woman who requires him to buy her things. A woman who requires him to have a vehicle and a nice home to even smell her vagina. Okay? He's going to take your money. I'm telling you, he's going to take your money and wind down another woman. Is that what you want?